How safe is the nuclear arsenal of a country repeatedly losing its radioactive material to thieves and smugglers? Can global peace rest safely with India's fragile nuclear security? Recent remarks by Indian Defence Minister Rajnath Singh demanding International Atomic Energy Agency or IAEA to monitor Pakistan's nuclear program have raised eyebrows, not because the concerns are legitimate, but because India itself stands exposed as one of the world's most insecure nuclear states. Consider this: over the past 3 decades, India's multiple reports have exposed shocking breaches within India's nuclear facilities. In 1994, several kilograms of semi-processed uranium were stolen from a Meghalaya mine. 4 years later, a politician was caught near West Bengal with 100 kilograms of uranium from India's Jadugoda mines. In 2003, smuggling of 225 grams of milled uranium was caught near the Bangladesh border, apparently purchased from an Indian mining employee and intended for a terrorist bomb. In 2008, 2 more smuggling attempts were uncovered. One gang trying to move low-grade uranium to Nepal and another with inside help moving uranium into Bangladesh. More recently, in 2021, authorities seized 7 kilograms of scrap uranium from a Tamil Nadu junk dealer, and in early 2022, Nepali police arrested 8 people caught with uranium smuggled out of India. India's own media reports that over 200 kilograms of nuclear and radioactive material have disappeared from Indian facilities within 2 decades. Pakistan's Foreign Office has explicitly cited repeated theft and illicit trafficking incidents in India as proof of India's vulnerabilities. How can India justify these alarming failures? Beyond theft, India's nuclear infrastructure itself is notoriously vulnerable. For example, in 1987, refueling accident at Kalpakkam's fast breeder reactor ruptured the core and forced a 2-year shutdown. In 1989 and again in 1992, the Tarapur Atomic Power Station leaked significant radioactivity, once releasing 12 curies of iodine into the environment. The worst event was a 1993 turbine fire at Narora, Uttar Pradesh, which knocked out both main and backup power to the reactor, nearly leading to core damage. India also had a 1995 leak of helium into a river at its Rajasthan plant, shutting it down for repairs. Can India still claim nuclear responsibility? India's nuclear security personnel is another troubling aspect. In 2009, a technician at Karnataka deliberately contaminated co-workers with radiation, showcasing alarming weaknesses in vetting. In 2014, a guard at the highly sensitive Kalpakkam plant shot and killed 2 fellow officers, highlighting grave inadequacies in India's nuclear guard force. A 2013 confidential Indian Home Ministry report openly admitted that security forces guarding nuclear sites were short-staffed, poorly trained, and inadequately equipped. Is this the state of nuclear security the global community can trust? Now contrast this with Pakistan's nuclear safety record. Internationally acclaimed and proven spotless. Over 4 decades, not a single theft or breach of radioactive material has been recorded in Pakistan. This impeccable safety standard has earned international commendation. Independent rankings corroborate this. The Nuclear Threat Initiative 2023 Nuclear Security Index placed Pakistan ahead of India. Pakistan scored 49 out of 100 on secure materials versus 40 for India. Where does this leave India's repeated accusations against Pakistan? Pakistan's nuclear arsenal is governed by one of the world's most robust command and control structures. Its Strategic Plans Division meticulously oversees security protocols, strict personnel, reliability programs, and comprehensive vetting procedures. International experts affirm Pakistan's exemplary nuclear security practices. Pakistan's Nuclear Regulatory Authority or PNRA has aligned its rules with IAEA guidance and codified security culture into law. The IAEA itself has acknowledged Pakistan's extensive cooperation and leadership in regional nuclear security training. India, by contrast, faces continual criticism for insufficient regulatory oversight. Even the IAEA has urged India to bolster its nuclear regulatory independence, warning that the country's weak nuclear security culture poses significant risks. Pakistan has implemented stringent export controls aligned with international standards, ratifying global nuclear protection conventions. Meanwhile, India's nuclear program remains outside vital international agreements, and the opaque oversight of civilian reactors raises further red flags. Clearly, India's nuclear ambitions surpass its regulatory capabilities. India's persistent narrative against Pakistan's nuclear safety rings hollow in light of these hard facts. With repeated thefts, dangerous accidents, and security lapses, India's nuclear facility poses a genuine threat not just to regional stability but global peace itself. How long can the international community overlook these dangerous realities? How many more incidents will it take to realize that India, not Pakistan, requires stringent IAEA oversight? Global safety demands urgent accountability from India. Pakistan, meanwhile, remains a model for secure, responsible nuclear stewardship, committed to peace, stability, and security. Is there still a doubt that nuclear insecurity has one name, which is India? Pakistan Zindabad. This is Amara Fath Baloch, and you're watching Nexus Bulletin.